Alright, g'day everyone, Platypilot here, and welcome to the second episode of Wrath of Thunder, the Viggen campaign by Heapler. And it is still the second day of hostilities of the Russian invasion of Abkhazia, and G4 has tasked us with doing electronic intelligence surveillance of the enemy positions in preparation for a strike tomorrow morning. So we've got a jammer pod that is set to silent record at high sensitivity, and it's going to listen in on their radio frequencies and their radar emissions and see what they've got going on. Downside of that is, since it's on record mode, it's not actively jamming, so if we get picked up, we're in trouble. So we're going to be staying low and fast in the grass, hauling ass. As much as we can, using terrain to mask as much as we can. We do have a flare pod that's on automatic, so hopefully that takes care of anything that does decide to lock us up. But yeah, our speed and staying low is going to be what saves the day. So let's get to it. I'm coming up on waypoint 2 in about 5 kilometers. But as you can see, it is dark as shit. So I'm going to be rolling the NVGs glued to my face for most of this mission, I think. Alright, it's waypoint 2 on to 3. Sorry, waypoint 1 on to waypoint 2. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention there's a British tornado up and about somewhere doing photo recon. So if anyone gets detected, it's probably going to be him because he has to fly high. So hopefully he takes the heat for us. But if it comes to it, we've got 2 sidewinders, so we're not completely defenseless. Must say, the Viggen looks very sexy in its orange lighting. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn it to low altitude mode, so I'm not... Yeah, that terrain light is super annoying and super bright. Oh god, those are power lines. Like, we're still over friendly territory, but... Oh, well, now we're not. That's the Nguri River right there, so now we're crossing into hostile territory. So staying low is going to be the name of the game. Yikes. I don't even know what... I think that was, Gali, I think it was, that town that we just passed. Looks like there's some action going on down there. Alright, let's get down. I'm also going to turn my RWR back on to audio just so I can at least get a heads up. And that's waypoint 2 on to 3. Just going to hook around this saddle. Staying as low as I can. I'm going to use the terrain where I can to mask. Oh yeah, and this mission is named LACHESIS, after the second sister of the 3 Fates of Morphi. She is the one who draws out the thread of life. Kind of like the god of destiny. I definitely had to look that up. You can probably guess what the next mission's going to be named after. And I realised this is probably not the most action-packed mission that there could be. So I did a little bit of Viggen Trivia hunting, and I did find a couple of nuggets that I found interesting. Essentially, that the Viggen is the only fighter jet to have an admitted and acknowledged lock-on to the SR-71 Blackbird spy plane, which I thought was pretty dope. And there's actually a pretty cool incident with an SR-71 back in the late 80s that had an engine fail over the Soviet Union, and it was being chased by about 20 Russian fighters, and because the engine failed and they got down so low that the Viggens actually went out and intercepted the SR-71 and escorted it back out of their airspace, and protected it from the you know, suitably pissed off Russian fighters. And that was actually kept secret for about 30 years, and it was only in, I think, 2018 that it was made, it was declassified, and the Viggen pilots in question were awarded medals by the US Air Force, which I think is pretty cool. Up and over this feature. Yep, I swear you're trying to tell me something there, Mr. RWR, but who knows? Man, it is so stupidly dark. It's only like 8:30 at night, but there's a full cloud cover going on at the moment, so... not getting much ambient light for the MVGs to pick up. Aside from all the towns lit up. Gonna hug this low ground onto the right over here. Wonder if... oops. Weird. There we go. Wonder if AWACS can let us know about anything that's in the area. No, apparently not. I'm on the right channel. I guess he's asleep at the wheel. Get a bit of juice over this mountain. Just being sneaky, staying low, staying fast, using terrain where I can. Now, the Viggen does have a terrain radar that I could be using, but considering I want to be sneaky, I don't want to be emitting anything at all. So it's good old-fashioned eyeballs, it is. Right, we're on to waypoint 5 now. No, you can't see me, shut up. I'm too sneaky. It reminds me of that. One of the biggest problems that the Viggen had in training around Sweden was that it would very frequently hit birds because it flies so low and so fast. So the Swedish Air Force had to pay special attention to the migratory oh fuck, those are power lines. Special attention to the migratory patterns of any local wildlife around their air bases. "20 meters off the deck." Let's climb a little bit over the trees. This waypoint 5 onto 6. That's taking us out to sea, so I'm just gonna put the burners on while on the way out. I wonder if that's a search radar. Alright, I think we got through that pretty clean. We got a couple of pings, but no target locks. Clawing our way up to Mach. I actually don't want to go faster than Mach because the autopilot turns off once you go supersonic. That was waypoint 6 onto 7. Now, there are Russian ships out and about somewhere, but I think they're too far away for them to be of any threat. Oops, I overshot. Oh, there's the AWACS. Three, four, five. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I am egressing. It was 345. It was like 30, so, and they were cold, so they probably don't even see me. Oh, I can well and truly ditch that drop tank, that's for sure. Just gonna take it out of burner because I'm I accidentally knocked into stage 2, that's why my fuel just evaporated on me. And I think we're out of harm's way. About halfway back to friendly territory. Yeah, so those pings are probably hostile. I think that might be them, those 2 dots over there. See what the AWACS says. Let's see if he'll actually talk to me this time.
Magic 1-1 in field 1-1. Request bogey dope. Field 1-1. Magic 1-1. Bra 33443 at 7 Springfield 1 Stingray. Recover at Batumi Airport.
Still 30 miles away, but they're hot. Doing Mach 9. Good luck catching me, dudes. Well, Mach 0.9, I should say. Till's landing, hey? I actually have no idea how to do that. Might just have to wing it visually. Alright, finally starting to see land come into view. Oh shit. This fucking dial here, this, the clock. When I'm zoomed out in an NVG, it looks like a scary face. Looks like a very angry face. That made me freak out for a second. Actually, that reminds me, I'm pretty sure there's an Easter egg, in this module. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's an Easter egg in this module where I think if you type 666 into the nav computer here, it makes the jet, like, trip out and get possessed. I might see if I can figure that out when I land. Right, we are firmly back in friendly territory, so I'm just gonna climb out of the weeds. Well, out of the spray, I should say. Yeah, immediately lit up with RWRs. That's front. That's all friendly. Should be anyway. I mean, I hope it is. I'm going to turn you back to visual, so I'm not getting yelled at the whole time. Alright, that's waypoint 7 onto home. Batumi, here we come. Alright, I can see Batumi off in the distance there, lit up like a Christmas tree, so no need for a Tills landing. Let's get ourselves situated. Air traffic, Batumi. Okay, it's not giving me an option. That's annoying. Alright, well, I'm landing anyway. I should probably slow down, hey. Alright, on approach to Batumi. Auto throttle, thrust reverser, gears down. Make it happen. Turn the friggin' autopilot off. Bring up my landing symbology. Oh, the glass. Oops, whoops, whoops. Vice versa, go. Speed's coming down, speed's coming down. Right, brakes, brakes, brakes. Off thrust. Disabled. Cross reverses. And let's go find somewhere to park. Oh, now you're talking to me. I think we're over here. Are they vegans? No, tigers. Oh, buddy. Where did you come from? He bloody took my spot. Whatever. Alright, and let's shut down. Okay, his canopy's open, but he's not shutting down. That's not rude. Just close that. But yeah, that's it for this mission. Wasn't the most exciting or action-packed, but, you know, it was a bit of goofing around at low level at night with MVGs. It seemed like we did pretty well. I noticed that my countermeasure display thing was actually flashing at me a couple of times during that run, so it must have been doing something. And so we'll get this electronic surveillance re-recorded on the jammer pod to intelligence, and they'll figure out how they're going to jam the radars for the target tomorrow. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring all the bells, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you around.